Hi guys, welcome to Blondiewood. I have decided to put myself out there, do a little YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. I am still figuring out lighting, how to not get a sweat mustache, a shadow mustache. Any tips would be greatly appreciated. I am in my studio apartment, so there's probably lots of noises and I'm gonna do my best to try and get rid of those, but I don't know what I'm doing. But welcome! Subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions. I figured I wouldn't jump straight into a full tutorial for my first video because we're still getting to know each other. Some of you may know me from my Instagram, some of you may know me in person, and some of you might be new here. Welcome. How did I get into makeup? How did I end up living in LA? I figured we'd cover all of that while I just do my regular makeup. This is sort of what I wear when I would be going out. I tend to pare it back quite a bit if I'm just going to work. Sometimes I like it natural, sometimes I like to go a bit glam. Okay, so I'm gonna start by applying the Uma Beauty Say What foundation. Just with my foundation brush. This one's a MAC brush. So basically, how did I start out in makeup? So I always wanted to be a hairdresser. I used to beg my parents, I think when I was in the 7th grade, to leave school and become a hairdresser. And they were like, no way, you need to stay in school. And then it wasn't until year 12 that I actually left school and decided to do hair. And I had some crazy experiences. Basically, the owner of one of the salons that I was working at got charged for having hidden cameras in the toilets. Gross. And so I left, and after that I was like, I don't know if I ever want to work for anyone again. Like, it really broke my trust. And so I heard that my sister's friend worked in television doing hair and makeup and that she worked for herself, and I think at the time she was making $30 an hour, and I was like, amazing, that's what I want to do. So I decided to do a makeup course. I went to Swinburne University in Melbourne and did a year makeup course, which was amazing. I learned a lot in that year. And we did, like, prosthetics, special effects, wig making, all that stuff, which was really cool. And a lot of that stuff I don't really use now because I mostly do red carpet and press junkets and things like that. But when it comes around to Halloween, I get really excited and play with blood and gore and all that good stuff, because I'm a horror girl, love my horror movies. Yeah, so I did a makeup course because I was like, I never want to work for anyone ever again. And then towards the end of my makeup course, I had started shopping at MAC a lot. I really liked their products because they had like such a wide range, a variety of things. So you could literally get anything you wanted at one store without having to shop around. And, some of their products I still love to this day, and I have them in my kit. And so I decided to apply for a job at MAC. I hadn't planned on working for anyone again, but I thought, I really want to keep learning makeup. And I also, when you're starting out, it's really expensive to start a makeup kit. And so I knew that working at MAC, I would get a bunch of stuff for my kit, and then eventually one day I'd start freelancing. So that's sort of where I started. And I worked for MAC for years, and it was invaluable because you do makeup on everybody. And so you learn different eye shapes, different skin tones, how to get rid of pigmentation. Like, everything that I learned at MAC, because you just kind of have to figure it out. You're on the job, you're there, people are in your chair, and you've got all this wealth of knowledge as far as like product knowledge goes. And so it's a really great learning environment if you get a chance to work on a makeup counter. I feel like if you're starting out, that's a really great place to start. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blend that in. I like my foundation pretty soft. This one's new to me. I've just started using it. And it's great for on camera because it's not super dewy, this one. I'm prone to really dry skin, so I tend to go on the dewier side as far as foundations go. But I'm loving the coverage that this gives. So, worked at MAC, amazing. When I was working at MAC, I never approached other makeup artists who would come in to buy things because it's not appropriate, basically. You don't want to harass people when they're coming in to just like do their shopping. But I really wanted to get into assisting, and when I had made the decision to leave MAC, I knew one of the makeup artists who shopped at MAC, and I approached him afterwards, and I ended up going on to assist him, and he's like still one of my best friends to this day. And working with Benjay, I learned so much more about hair that I didn't know, because working in a salon, you really only learn how to like do a nice blowout, or it's kind of it, like cut and color, things like that. You don't really learn session styling, and you know, that's a whole different thing. So this brush has been loved, you can probably see. I got this brush with a bunch of foundations from Hourglass Cosmetics, and I'm obsessed with it for doing my cheek or contour. So I'm gonna use this guy. This bronzer has a lovely glow. So I went on and I assisted. The other great thing about assisting is that you learn a lot about set etiquette and how to behave on shoots. And I tell you, like, since working on my own now, you can really tell the difference between a good assistant and a bad one. And look, we all have to start somewhere, and so it's all about learning, and you have to teach people how, you know, to behave. But I learned a lot of that etiquette while I was assisting people like Benjay and my friend Nigel. And you'll really only learn that on the job. So if you're looking to get into assisting, I would say that the right thing to do is to reach out to makeup artists, but email them properly. Don't just put a few lines in a paragraph and be like, I want to assist you. Tell me who you are, send me some photos of your work. You know, let me get to know you a little bit. Don't send 3-page long essays, because chances are I'm not going to read it. I don't have time. Well, I have time right now actually, but that's besides the point. So, you know, I can do a whole nother video on assisting and how to go about that if that's something that you're looking to do. So that's basically where I started. I mostly did assisting. I just got this blush. It is called Peach for the Stars. Let's give that a go. I haven't opened it yet. I'm excited to try it. So after assisting, I then started branching out and getting my own work. And again, if you want me to do a whole nother video on how the industry works and how I went about that, I can go into it at greater detail. But, you know, short story is I reached out to a lot of photographers that were coming up in the industry, and they wanted to do test shoots, and I did a lot of shoots for free. And then once you get to know them, you know, you might meet their clients and they'll bring you on to other shoots that are paid. So that's sort of how I broke in, I guess. Let's check this color out. Pretty. Peach for the Stars, you guys. Sorry if you can hear the garbage man. I don't know why I decided to film during the day. It was a stupid idea. You'll probably also hear my neighbors in the pool at some point. Time I do my makeup or do anyone else's makeup, I always use the MAC Cosmetics Paint Pot as a base. It's cream eyeshadow, but it sets when it goes on, so it works great as an eye primer. You can also wear it on its own because they come in different colors. This one is called Groundwork. I love it just as like a natural base before I put on any color. So I'm going to put that over the lid, just sort of slightly above the crease line. Garbage truck, sorry. Please hold. Hold for sound. Hot set here, please. Come on, guys. This is a hot set. You can blend that in a little with your finger. So once I started freelancing, I did a bunch of weddings and things like that. You know, photo shoots, things like that. And I really wanted to get an agency. So the more, I guess, agencies get to know you once you've been assisting for a while, because they start to see your name popping up when other artists are booking you. So that definitely helps. And then you kind of go around with your book and show different agents in the hope that they'll like then take you on as an artist. So I've had to hold for a garbage truck. Hopefully they've gone now. So when I was working with Vivian's Creative, the agency that I was with in Melbourne, you know, makeup in Melbourne is super competitive. There is a very small industry in Australia. And so, you know, you do what you can to sort of stand apart from other people. I was kind of at an advantage that my name is Blondie because it's memorable. So I think that helped. I think also, you know, I kind of looked around and I noticed that nail art was becoming really popular, but no one at any agency level was represented as a nail artist, except maybe in Sydney, not in Melbourne. And so I saw a gap in the industry and I decided to start teaching myself how to do nails, and I started to get known for doing nail art. And the agency put me on the website as a nail artist, and then from there I started booking celebrities. So I worked with Bruce Springsteen when he was touring Australia, I worked with Pink when she was touring Australia, Coco Rocha, and that's sort of how I kind of got into working with more celebrity-based clients. And then after that I decided to move to LA. And that's when I met with my agency Exclusive Artists, and they agreed to sort of sponsor my visa to come over and work here. And so when I got here, I was doing hair, makeup, and nails. I think my first job out here was with Willow Shields, which was really cool. And I made a lot of friends on that shoot that I'm still friends with today. And after I'd been here for a little while, I kind of, as much as nails was fun for me, it wasn't really what I wanted to do. I really love hair and makeup, and people started to sort of only start booking me as a nail artist, and so I decided to sort of stop doing nails. Occasionally we'll still do them, but I mostly do hair and makeup now. And that sort of brings us to how I got here working in the industry, and I've been here for almost 6 years now. So I'm just going to come in with a small brush. This one's also Hakuhodo. And just go along my lash line, just sort of blending it as I go. I probably used way more on my brush than I intended to. And just sort of winging it out at the corner. And we'll fix that later. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to come in with our liquid liner as well. Yeah, so I mostly do press junkets, red carpet, photo shoots, things like that. Occasionally I'll do e-commerce photo shoots. I love makeup, you guys, and I really missed working. I had one job maybe a week ago, and I guess we're just sort of waiting to see what happens with the pandemic after the holiday weekend. So for now I figured I'd just jump on here and do makeup with you guys, you know, because what else am I gonna do? I miss it. I miss my friends. I haven't been watching TV a great deal because it reminds me that I'm not at work with my friends, and it kind of bums me out. So I've been doing a lot of crafting and things like that. What have you guys been doing during this pandemic? Send me some comments below. Tell me if you've got any suggestions to keep me entertained. You know, it's crazy times all around the world. I have family in Australia. They've just gone into another 6-week lockdown. Oh, sorry, text message. So, you know, we all just have to kind of do what we can to stay positive right now and keep busy and keep our minds busy. Sorry, I should have put that on silent. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you watching? Are you watching anything cool? I've kind of been hooked on, so I've been jumping around on YouTube, seeing what other YouTubers are out there just to sort of get inspiration and sort of see how it's done, because I'm still learning. I don't really know what I'm doing. And I've been watching a lot of Bailey Sarian. I'm kind of obsessed with her. Sorry, Bailey, I'm not stalking you. I'm kind of stalking you. I'm not stalking you. She does murder, mystery, and makeup Mondays, which is so up my alley. I love true crime. I love makeup. She does her makeup while she talks about a different true crime story, which I think is such a fun idea. There's so many makeup artists on YouTube now. Welcome, you have another one. And so I think it's fun that she's doing something different that no one else is doing, which I think is really cool. So I've been watching her a lot. But I otherwise haven't really been watching a lot of television. I've been playing Animal Crossing. My island pales in comparison to other people's, which is hard. And I need more money. I need more money so that I can build cool stuff on my island. If you have a cool island, send me a code. I'll come visit. I would love to. I heard Daddy Trejo has Animal Crossing, and that's a code I'd like to have. I would like to go hang out on Daddy Trejo's island. I wonder if he has a taco shop on his island and a donut shop. One could only hope. So you can see I've just kind of gone really smudgy, still very cat-like, which is very me. You guys, I keep looking at my Juvia's Place palette like I'm looking in the mirror, but it doesn't have a mirror. I have two mirrors in front of me. I could pick up this one, but I keep going like this. I think because I'm used to holding my palettes and looking at my eyes really close. So this eyeliner, since the pandemic, I've been sort of playing around with some more drugstore brands. I often get asked about them, and honestly, we have so many brands that support us when we're doing makeup on our clients that a lot of the things that I use are things that I've been sent to try, and I fall in love with them and then I buy them. And so I don't really go to the store a lot because I get carried away and buy too much stuff, so I tend to avoid it. I avoid going to Nigel's and Namie's because I get scared that I'm going to spend all my money on makeup that I really don't need. So anyway, I thought I would try out some new brands that I haven't tried before, or brands that I have tried before but products that I haven't tried. And this eyeliner I got from Maybelline, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. The brush on it, you guys can probably hear my dog. She's eating her breakfast. I'm in my kitchen. She likes to sleep in. I've been up for hours, and she's finally decided now is a good time to eat. Anyway, so I love this Maybelline mascara. It's got a great brush tip on it. Did I call it a mascara? I think I called it a mascara. It's an eyeliner, you guys. It's first thing in the morning. We'll get there. So I'm just gonna come in and give myself a bit of a cat eye, which is so I've loved cat eyes, I think, ever since Gwen Stefani made them cool. I know that other people probably made them cool before Gwen Stefani, but that's what I grew up with. I was obsessed with her in high school. Still obsessed with her. She's a babe. So just following where I put that eyeshadow. Doing a big wing today. I'm just kind of feeling it. Sometimes with eyeliner like this with a cat eye, it just evolves as you go. Oh my god, you can probably really hear kiddo going to town on a bowl, and I'm pretty sure there's no food left in there either. So I like to kind of place my flick and then fill it in as I go. Sometimes I also start from the inner part of the eye. It just really depends on my mood. Depends also too how thin I want it to be. If I want it to be really thin, I usually start from the inner part. If I want it thicker, I start from the outer and then sort of place that way. Sorry, I have to be quiet. It takes concentration. And stillness. Have you ever, I don't know, other makeup artists, have you ever been on a trailer and you try and do liquid eyeliner and like everyone's stepping on and off the trailer and the whole thing shakes and you're like, I'm gonna kill you. Like the amount of times I've actually taken the makeup chair out of the trailer and gotten my client to sit outside just so I can do like a perfect line. You need stillness. Okay, I don't know why no one told me about Milani mascara, but I think it might be my new favorite. Like I said, I've been exploring different brands that I haven't used or played with before, but I'm obsessed with this mascara. It's so thick, you guys. So I like to like push it into the lash line and like wiggle it. That way you like really coat the lashes. Look at this. Okay, I'm not going to show you this next product because I've had it for way too long. It's a Benefit product for eyebrows. It's like a brow gel and I am obsessed with it. It's kind of fibrous as well, so it does kind of thicken up your brows too. I need to buy a new one. I haven't, you know, we're not working right now. We're trying not to be too frivolous. So I like to just put the gel in and then where I feel like I need it, I'll come in with a brow pencil. I feel like Anastasia's still my go-to brow pencil. I just like that it's not super thick, the applicator part, or the pencil part, I should say. And their colors are really nice, well, I find personally. This one's caramel, which is maybe a little darker than I would normally go. Sometimes I use the blonde. It just depends on my mood. Sometimes I like a dark brow, sometimes I like it, you know, a little more on the natural side. Those of you, if any of you are familiar with MAC eyeshadows, I used to wear Shadowy Lady in my eyebrows and I thought it was great. And it kind of became a joke. That's my dog eating, by the way. Kiddo, it's all gone, baby. You ate it already. Okay, so this is my latest favorite lash. They're kind of like the Demi Wispies from Ardell, but they have a few individuals like placed in between as well. So it just gives like a little bit more drama to the eye. I'm a masochist, so I am using black glue because I love to live dangerously apparently, and I like to make things harder on myself. But I don't know, I think the black glue tends to dry better, especially if you're doing a cat eye. It like looks less obvious, looks more natural. So I'm just gonna pop my lash on. I know some people like to use a lash applicator. I don't know, there's something about putting a metal object near my eye that kind of freaks me out. So I like to do it with my fingers. And I just feel like sometimes I'm quicker that way as well. Okay, I've always been one to apply a lip with a brush. I just think I can get like a sharper line without using a lip liner. Sometimes I use a lip liner, but for the most part, I just go straight in with my brush and it's got a flat edge to it. So it gives me a nice sharp line and like a really even coverage. I don't know how Bailey Sarian keeps talking while she does her lips. Like that's a talent I just don't know if I'll ever have. I also don't like anyone else talking while I'm doing other people's lips. Like I'm like, leave the room please. You need all the concentration. Don't you guys leave though. Stick around. Boy Trouble. I'm so loving this lipstick, you guys. You get it at Target. The lip bar. Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you subscribe to see more of my videos and hit the notifications button so that you can be alerted when I have new content coming out. I'm still working out what I want to post on my channel. I think I will do some vintage inspired looks because I do love my vintage vibes. I want to do some like vintage hairstyles for you guys. The other thing that I sort of will play around with will be like sort of skincare routines and things like that. If there's any content that you want to see from me, just let me know. Jump in my comments. Let me know what you guys have been doing during this quarantine, you know, pandemic situation. I know everywhere across the world different things are happening. I want to jump on here so that you guys can have something to do, something to watch. Maybe you're a client of mine and you have to do your own makeup for an interview or something. Like, let me know if there's anything that I can cover here for you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe. I'm new here. I need some love. Mama wants to buy a house so she doesn't have to live in a studio anymore. Subscribe. Please stay safe out there and try and stay positive. I know it's crazy times right now, but we're all in this together and we just have to take care of each other. Stay safe. Love you.